Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Lions. My name is Lion Winster from New Jersey, and I'm so excited that I'm going to be able to talk to you about how Lions of all generations can work together. As a lifelong Lion myself, I think that I have a little bit of experience about this situation. When you are a new Lion or a young Lion wanting to make a difference, it can get a little bit difficult for it to happen. I have always been called the younger lion in the room because I've been involved in lionism since I was 3 years old. But I can say that that's changing, hope, thankfully, because first, I'm getting older, and also we are bringing younger lions into Lions clubs. During this conversation, I just want to make sure you understand this. When I say young lion, I am not referring to a lion in age, if not in time as a lion. And when I'm referring to an older lion, I will be referring to a lion that has been a member of the Lions Club for some time already. For example, I consider myself an old lion because I've been involved in lionism for around 37 years, even though I'm still pretty young in age. Before I show you the agenda for today, I would like to share with you a quick conversation that I have with a young lion about why she joined lionism and why also she almost left. So let's see.
Hello, Lion Carla, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. So I would like to ask you three questions, and let's see if you can help me out with this. Why
Okay.
did you join Lionism?
So part of my youth I spent in the Dominican Republic, and my dad used to have a hall that he rented out for events. And one of the events that he used to hold in the hall was for Lions Club events that he used to hold in the hall was for Lions Club meetings. So ever since I was like little, I used to see how the Lions Club in my community used to help others and serve the community. So I've always been like drawn to those type of clubs. So when I met you and you talked to me about the Lions Club, it was technically like something that I've been looking for. So it was perfect. And I decided to join Lions because I've always liked to help other people.
Great. But then why did you almost left Lionism?
Well, it's interesting that you asked that because even though I was really excited, my district club, like my community club, most of the people in my community club were older than me. I was literally the youngest one in the club. So whenever I would bring up like new ideas or something like innovative, I was almost always shut down. Um, so that was something that was very disencouraging to me. So I almost left Lionism.
And how come you still a lion?
The reason I'm still a lion is because luckily for me, I was able to convince some friends to join the club, and the friends were in my same age range. So rather than reinventing the wheel, we brought in new ideas that we basically were able to open the eyes for the other older lions, and we were able to implement some new ideas, innovate, and have younger people join. So that's one of the reasons that I stayed in the club. And, we're doing good now.
That's great to hear. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Is that all you need from me?
Yeah, thank you again.
You're welcome.
Great. So as you can see in the video, we need to work on those things when we bring new lions. And that's what we're going to be discussing today on our agenda. We're going to be talking about the same old syndrome. We're going to be discussing how or who can serve, the importance of teamwork, diversity and healthy communities, onboarding new communities members, and also how to make it work. But first, let's talk about why we're Lions. Our mission as Lions is to empower volunteers to serve their communities, meet humanitarian needs, encourage peace, and promote international understanding through Lions Club. That's why we are members of Lions Club. So same old syndrome. Why is the same old syndrome doesn't work? First of all, we don't bring any new ideas. Everyone knows how we do that. You always say, oh, we have been doing this project for the past 30 years the same way. Why we should change? We need to change, guys, especially during these times. And also the chairs become permanent and possessive. When you have a chairperson, and we're going to be discussing about that later on, that has been there for 30 years in the same committee, it is extremely difficult to make any type of change. So we need to make those little change little by little in order for us to make our younger members engage in our club. So some common questions that we should ask is who can serve? How long before I can serve? And can I ask to serve? Those are the questions that I'm gonna try to answer you today during these presentations. But first we need to do some digging. We need to ask our members, why did they join Lions Club? And you know the answer for that. Most of the time they're gonna tell you, I'm here to serve. I'm not here to go to a weekly meeting and just sit down, eat my lunch and leave. No, we're here to serve. And that's what we should do as Lions Club. What do you want to do? Probably they have ideas, but we never have asked them what do they want to do as a service project, for example. How do you want to do it? If they have an idea, tell them, let them tell you how they want to pursue that idea in order for that to become a reality. And what are your goals? We need clear goals if we want to be successful. And that's something that we need to remember. In order to be successful, we need to have some clear goals. But teamwork is extremely important. Teams can be working towards a common goal, but they are not reaching their goals if they don't work together. Let's look at some attributes that we need in order for be a successful team. As you know, a team is a group of people, but each individual has their own priorities. However, if they want to be successful, they have to agree to work together towards a common goal. Team members should be able to perceive the group task as a relevant to the goals. If they don't have the same goals, how are they going to be successful? The team members should have a mutual respect for group members who share their commitment to the goals. The group benefits from the diversity of members' skills and experience, and each individual member has her own communication style as a way to reacting to the group. So we need to remember that if we don't work together toward the same goal, we're not going to be successful. We have to respect each other's ideas. Probably that idea doesn't work for this time, but it could work for the next time. But we have to be respectful about that. And everybody's different. So in the way that they communicate, probably they're shy talking, but they can write you an email with the detailed information about the project. So try to find those skills and those strengths for each member of your team. Diversity in teamwork and the clubs for me is a strength. Why? Because if you bring a wide range of perspective, this is critical for effective committee or effective club. Um, Having multiple views of a possible outcome of any makes for a decision-making process that is more likely to take into account the various risks, consequences, and implications of possible actions. Being able to draw upon a diverse set of competencies and knowledge is essential if you want to be successful. Each club, I understand and I believe, needs to draw upon a range of experiences in understanding opportunities, anticipating some challenges, and assessing some risks. If we don't have those type of different points of view, we're not going to be successful. A club also needs to constantly challenge itself to keep pace with the changing dynamics and club faces. And especially now, these times that we have with the COVID-19, that we need to be different and do different events and activities. Diversity is a huge advantage that we will have in our clubs. So remember, different perspective, improve results. Everyone has a say, and make sure you allow those people to have a say. And experience and innovation are key. You can have an experience, a work experience that you can probably bring into the Lions Club and your event. So we have to also be mindful of that. So how to onboard? Be clear about expectations. When we're working in a group of different people, different age groups, different type of experiences, we have to be clear about what we're looking for. For the new members, you can provide some type of shadowing or membership or mentorship. I'm sorry. That is extremely key. Also, if you want that new member, that young member, to be successful and to keep going. If you provide a shadowing, let's say you want that member to become one day the chair of that committee, making the co-chair of the committee so they can see how the committee runs, or provide a mentor. If you want that member to become a secretary of your club later on, let him to be the current secretary to be the mentor for that member. Listen and respect the existing skills. Remember, we have 2 ears and only one mouth. So you have to listen and respect each body opinion and everybody's skills. You have to respond quickly to suggestion and also make them feel comfortable. You, if a new member feel uncomfortable with what they're doing, you can assure that they are going to leave. So we have to make them feel comfortable. Probably that idea doesn't work today, but it might work next week. So we have to find ways to make them feel that they are meaningful. Um, some suggestions also, it is for me, it is not required per se, but it is highly recommended to for the committee members to have some type of rotation. And when I say rotation, if this year that person is the chair of the committee, next year that person can have somebody else be the chair of the committee. Because you need this year the person that do the getting the mix every year for the pancake breakfast. Next year you put somebody else to do that, and that person deal with the finances. So you need to have some type of rotation because remember, we need those members to feel wanted. Set a chairmanship term limit. Why are we going to have the same chairman for the committee for 10 years? It doesn't work like that. Because we are not developing any leaders. We are now working towards developing leadership, and that's something that we need to do. Mentor new members of the committee. Again, we go back to mentorship. Those new members, giving a task and have somebody that have done the task be able to be available to that member if they have any questions. You have to give them a task to let them understand what entitled to be on that committee or to be an officer. Provide training and motivation, expose them to other lions. The lions need to remember that we are more than just a club in our community. We are an international organization. So anytime that they have the opportunity to expose themselves to somebody else in the district, in multiple districts, etc., allow them. Now these days, every meeting mostly is an international meeting because we are meeting through Zoom, through video conference, so we can meet lions from all over the world. And ask them always if they are enjoying the community. Make sure they feel comfortable doing what they're doing. If not, try to give them another responsibility. So how to make it work? Our meetings convenient to our members. Make sure that the date, time, and location are convenient to our members. And also make sure the location is comfortable and meet the needs for all the attendees. Feature an interesting group or meaningful activity. Meetings most of the time is just to conduct business, but it's also extremely helpful when you have at least one meeting per month and you bring a guest speaker or you have some type of game to have fun. Meeting needs to be fun and also instructional sometimes in order to be meaningful. Use multiple communication methods to encourage attendance. Invite those members, potential members. You can use now Facebook, you can email them, you can send a letter if you want to still send a letter. But we have now so much resources available to engage our members. So we can use it, create a Facebook page, create a Facebook group for your internal club, and then do the invitations that way. Create a page and put the date of your meeting to the community to see. So we need to invite new members, and we need to keep our members that are unable to attend informed. Again, if they can make the meeting in person, Do it through a video conference so they can at least be there through the video conference. If they don't have a computer, allow them to call in into the meetings. If not, probably one member of your club will be willing to go to the house of that member and with their computer and sit with them and go through the meeting through their computer. So that's another idea. You have to look for ways to engage our member and to keep them with us. And this is something that we should encourage every single club for new members, new and young members. Service is both a mission and reward. They young lions in order to serve. Your club to make the market is benefit. Too many young adults, the most important benefits to being a lion is the service aspect that we provide as a Lions Club. When we are recruiting, give just this young lion the examples and the past and future club projects. When we are promoting our clubs in, let's say, a fair or something, display photos of what the clubs are doing through service, rather than bringing the club banner or a picture of your meeting. You need to portray what we do in service. We need to highlight the hands-on projects that we do. We need to be able to be involved in several projects so the young members can pick and choose what interests them really. On board them now, ask them if they want to be part of a group in the committee. The first thing that we should ask a new member when they join the Alliance, what are your interests? What committee would you like to be working on? So they can feel used right away. They can feel productive. They can feel that they're doing something in our club. Given the voice, they need to be allowed to bring their ideas and be heard. And also make sure you realize their skill. If you know that that new member work for a marketing firm, that's your marketing person right away. So use that, use their skills. And also we need to be able to provide each new member with the welcome package. International provide the welcome package for free to each Lion. You have to only order it through Lion store. It brings a membership certificate, the welcome booklet, the Lion decal, the pen and the Lion pen. But also make sure that you put inside that package the new member welcome booklet. You can download that from the Lions Club International website, print it out and include it there, because there they're gonna find a vast amount of information that will be introduce the new members into Lionism. So we need to make sure we give the new members all the resources to be able to work as soon as they join Lions Club. And something that I always tell everybody, do not be afraid to ask. Do not be afraid to ask to serve. For example, my example, the first time that I took the position of song chair was because I asked the incoming district governor, hey, are you looking for people to serve in your year and your cabinet? I would like to be a song chair. And that's how I got my first position in the district. I wasn't afraid to ask. I mean, what the worst thing that could happen? They could say, no, you can't. And that's it. But, I was given the opportunity and look where I am right now. So do not, if you are a new Lion, do not be afraid to ask if you feel that you're ready to serve. So that's something that you have to remember always. Again, thank you for your time. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to give you a little bit of information on how I believe young and new and older Lions can work together towards a great club. Now I know that we're gonna have a chance to ask some questions in a few. So now back to you guys. I'll see you all in a few. Thank you.